Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. 7 p.m. here on the West Coast, Best Coast. I know it's late out there for you guys out there in the East Coast and Central Time Zone. That would be 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Sam, Jeff, what's going on? Jeff, the first one in here tonight. Yes, it is tonight for me, too. Good to see you guys in the chat. Nice to see you in the Discord as well. Jeff, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. It's only 9 p.m. Did I say 9 p.m. on the East Coast, on the Central? I thought I said 10 on the Eastern. All right, so I think I'm going to try some 91 worldwide. I'm going to start out here first. What's up, Scott? What's going on, buddy? Doing three things at once here, so I apologize if I get off track. Yeah, I was right. 10 p.m. I'm sorry. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay. So I was reading the chat there. I'm going to get on the Shark RF just to let you guys see what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to get on my... on my open spot, which has been a few days, but I keep everything on. Sam is in Central. Jeff, I thought you were in the Central in Delaware, Texas there. I guess that's not the case. I know. Just giving you a hard time, like always. Still waiting for this thing to boot up here. I'm going to try to reforce it. Let's see what type of trouble I can get in tonight. All right. Should I just go straight to 91 worldwide or what? Should I just do it? Just get it over with? Oh boy, hey, if you can get on. That would be great. Let me see if oops. Wrong one. Let's make sure I'm connected there. On 91 worldwide. Worldwide. I know that if you find the IP address, sometimes that's a better way to connect with it. I've done that a few times. Other than that, I've heard that there could be some issues. We get Rodney from Oklahoma, Wagner, Oklahoma. Interesting. Sounds like there might be some issues here on 91 worldwide, huh? That sucks. That's a boatload of money to have a brick there. This is Greg K6EGG monitoring 91 worldwide from Southern California. 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles in the city of Chino. Once again, kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. Interesting there. Oh, I forgot. I got to text Dana. Since Dana doesn't go on Discord very often anymore. Interesting. VK2, we got an Australian station from New South Wales in there. He was in Discord? This is Greg K6EGG monitoring 91 worldwide, talk group 91.
from Southern California in the city of Chino, about 40-minute drive east of downtown Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf in the city of Chino, 40-mile drive east of downtown Los Angeles.
Do I need to call you? Oh, he is? All right. Let's see. I don't see him. I see you. It's quiet here on 91 Worldwide. I might, you know what? I'm on the open spot. You know what? I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. Haley's going to be done shortly. And I want to spend some time with her in her room.
Open spot.
I was just on there a few minutes ago.
Grandmeister 3103. Link dynamic talk group 93.
Here, I'll just show you the I was just on there. Look, what was that? 12 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago? I try to get in there as much as I can. I don't know what Travis is saying there.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Talk Group 93 North America from Southern California, a 40-mile drive east of downtown Los Angeles, where there's no traffic, of course. Once again, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf.
It's pretty dry in here right now. KM6. So that's Joe, right? Yeah. Very quiet tonight here on DMR. I'm surprised. What was I on earlier? DStar only, right? I must be blind. Still quiet. I haven't heard Jerry for a while. This is Kilowatt
6 Echo Golf Golf. Monitoring Talk Group 93 North America in the city of Chino, about a 40-mile drive east of downtown Los Angeles. Also doing a little bit of a live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Once again, this is K6EGG.
The Braves win. The Braves win. Is it legal? Am I legal right now? Am I legal? By the way, on the thing I put in on the message on Facebook, I put on actually on a post, I put in, if anything, the guy that I'll just refer him to as the guy in the wind system was doing anything illegal was the net control operator. I've talked to him before.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf on Talk Group 93 North America.
That's illegal. That's legal. I'll do that next time I get on the wind system. I will get on it again. Mark my word. There's Scott there. Scott up there in beautiful Northern California. What, Terry? Oh my gosh. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's like ordering a Tesla.
K6EGG.
Sorry to hear that.
SPB in beautiful, sunny Northern California.
Hopefully you don't have any fires there, Scott.
N6SPB. This is Greg, K6EGG, in a very warm, beautiful, muggy Southern California. Good evening to you. I hope there isn't any fires up your way. I think it's been kind of quiet with fires during this fire season. It looks like I'm breaking up a little bit here, too.
I understand, Terry. That sucks, though, man.
I had a little lost with you there, but mostly in there, sounding pretty good. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about fires up here because then what will happen? I mean, I don't know if you remember 2 years ago, it was like, you know, the sky was orange, it was snowing ash, and the crows were all following me around wherever I went. It was crazy.
I do remember that vividly. End of July, beginning of August of 2020. It was very apocalyptic for me, especially driving around with nobody on the road and snowing ash all day long. And I think I kept a tally. I don't remember seeing the sun for almost 35 days. If maybe someone here in Southern California can correct me. But literally, I had to change my air filter twice in my car in a month, just because it was so bad. Literally, I would open up my door, and you probably know this, your car door, and the ash would just rush in there. It smelled like an ashtray. So I feel it. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll manage this well if something does come arise.
Come arise.
Why did I just echo there?
That was interesting. It repeated your last word a couple of times. Actually, I'm going to key up too quick or start talking too quick after keying up.
Good idea, Terry.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. K6EGG, EGG, and 6SPB, San Jose. Anyways, well, I just wanted to jump in there and check to see if I could hear you. Or you can hear me, so it sounds like it's working, so let's get back to making some calls. Back over to you, Greg. K6EGG and 6SPB, and I'll just kind of be lurking around listening in.
He's a lurker, not the official lurker.
Copy that. Oop. Somebody else jump in there real quick. Yeah, I did hear the echo. Good to hear from you. And, yeah, we'll be all good here. I'm just kind of lurking around DMR for a little bit. So good to hear you in there. N6SPB, Scott, up in Northern California. Nice chat with you as always. And stay cool up there. And I think you guys are getting some rain up there, too. I think I saw that, but at least parts of it. So take care. I'm going to be monitoring Talk Group 93 North America. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. As you know, I'm also live streaming on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll get the open spot 4 way before the ID52. I don't know why it's taking so long to get those. I thought we were over all that crap, but I guess we're not. Who's talking about this plane crash earlier in California in Watsonville? I I've flown up there actually, but I thought that was closer to inland San Francisco. Or maybe I'm thinking of Fremont. I don't know. I can't remember. All the places start to blend together after a while. Right now it is, 7:15. Monitoring talk group. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to go over to 3100, see if I can stir up some stuff there. It's good to hear Scott on 93 North America. Oops. Trying to go on a 3100. worldwide. This is all worldwide if you really want to.
Open spot.
Internet's worldwide. VK3AEK. Is that Terry? Did I remember that correctly? You're VK3, right? AEK. Did I remember that correctly? I got a bad memory with call signs, but you've been in here since the start, so I'll remember yours. Let's see if I got this right. Don, W6DUO, came to my work yesterday, and it was the one day I had off. I have off today, too, but he was actually at my work. Like, if I was there, I would be right where he was taking a picture, so... Too bad I missed you there, Mr. Don DUO. I see somebody else in here. Marcus, KF5WFX from Hobbs, New Mexico. Looks like he's running a Ranger radio. I don't know if I can get you in there now. With all the COVID stuff, I don't know if they allow that yet. But if I do run into you there, I'll definitely ask. I like giving out tours. They still have some pretty strict rules on masking inside our production truck.
This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, monitoring talk group 3100 from Southern California. 40-minute drive east of downtown Los Angeles with no traffic. Once again, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, and I'm also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile.
Can you imagine Fred going through the TV truck? Hey, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to bring Fred in a TV truck. I could see him getting all loud. I was trying to hook up with Denny.
Greg, sorry for the delay. Had to find my hand out there. I put it down and went and got something to drink, and forever I left it. He closed here. I don't make a deal like you can do your phone and buzz it or anything. But anyway, yeah, I'm familiar with SoCal and Chino. Isn't there a prison down there? Used to be. Anyway.
Yep.
I lived in Central Cal, North Cal, SoCal, all the Cals. So, and actually missed California. The politics kind of kept me away from it, but anyway, I still have a love of the state anyway. California is a great state, just lousy politics. Sorry. N8700.
You're going to come in?
Yes, I am.
You're coming right now?
Copy that, NH7R. Yeah, there is a prison nearby, actually about 2 miles south of me. It's actually just adjacent to the Chino Airport to the west. I'm actually a tad bit closer to the prison than I am the airport. But yeah, I'm pretty close. I love the state of California, but obviously what you just mentioned, I won't say again. But yeah, that's the problem with it. In fact, I'm kind of hoping that I can convince my wife move to the state that you're in. Hopefully it doesn't end up like California. It's a very good place. I spent a lot of time there back in the 90s, and I hope to get back sometime. I do go there in Texas from time to time in Houston, or to Houston and Dallas for work, but I haven't been for the last 3 or 4 years. But hope I get back to it. My daughter, obviously, when I just got in here and started talking here on 31 North America here, or 3100, Talk Group 3100, she wanted me to come in her room and say goodnight to her. So I'm sorry to cut this short. Wanted to talk just a tad bit longer, but I believe it's Tommy there, NH7R. This is Greg, K6EGG in Southern California. Thank you for getting back to me. I really appreciate it.
He'll be asking about grounding. He definitely will be.
Be sure to say goodnight to your daughter there. Our kids are our biggest treasure in life. I do believe. That's just my humble opinion. God love them. Anyway, we'll talk to you again. Good to hear you down there in SoCal. And just real quick, I used to fly in there quite a bit. Burbank was the LAX, of course, a few times. Burbank, Chino, little Chino Airport. Not a great big airport, but it's pretty nice. I'm trying to remember. I think they had a restaurant there, a little cafe or something.
Everybody remembers Flo's Cafe.
Around so many different airports. Anyway, buddy, talk to you later. NH7R.
Copy that, man. Everybody remembers Flo's Cafe at the little airport there at Chino. Very good. In fact, I just had breakfast there last Friday, I believe, with a fellow ham. So looking forward to getting back over there as well. Thank you very much. And yes, our kids are our treasures. They are our future. So take care. I'll be back in a few minutes. This is Greg, K6EGG on DMR Talk Group 3100. Also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile.
Oh, boy. Yeah, there you go. You know what? Real quick. Yeah. See, I got his call sign right. VK3.
Great, that is just pretty cool stuff. Anyway, yeah.
AEK. All right, Jeff.
Pretty quiet, really, for a Thursday evening. But,
it's pretty quiet.
I remember back when I lived in California. Anyway, I even lived in Fresno for a little bit, believe it or not. Then on the Central Coast, and then down in SoCal. Actually, pretty close to Dana Point for about a year or two. I love that area. Oh, my God. I'd go back there in a heartbeat. Man.
I was just down at Dana Point yesterday.
I will talk to you later. A lot of good places in California. And politics, I pick on both sides of the fence. Believe me.
That's fair.
My dad was
you have to.
As a kid. He said, son, there are no good politicians. And that's been 50, 60 years ago. Oh, my God. NH7R clear.
He's got a very good point there, Tommy. I'm not on the air right now, but yeah, I agree with him 100%. I don't trust too many politicians on both sides of the aisle. They are definitely out for themselves for the most point. You just got to figure out the guy or girl who's close enough can represent you and on as many policies as possible without looking like a fool. So anyways, I'll be right back. I'm going to say goodnight to my treasure, Haley, which is she just walked out of here. So I'll be back.
W4 UAV, monitoring 3100. W4 GWJ, monitoring 3100. K6EGG, NWH testing. Delay. W4 UAV. W4 UAV and W4Q. NW4Q, W4 UAV. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, I heard two Florida stations are W4 UAV and W4Q. My home QTH is near Nashville. I'm in right outside of Las Vegas tonight. I was going to say hello to you. Working on a little radio here. I hope it's working. And Q. Yes, sir. It's working great. It's working great. You're making it in there. Yeah, I'm just watching K6EGG's live stream. It's kind of like having your own little parrot set up here. It was a little bit of a delay. Yeah, I heard him say something about the live stream. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear all of it. I wasn't sure exactly what he said. I believe he said he was on Echo Link. Was that what he said? Yeah, it looks like he's running over. Yeah, you can probably hear me there in the background. You turn that down. But yeah, it's I just came over. He said he was live streaming, so I found him on YouTube. WA4 UAV and W4Qs. Roger that. Enjoy Las Vegas. NW4Q, W4 UAV, I'll be clear. I'm monitoring.
Oh boy, that sucks. Terry, sorry to hear that. Oops. I wonder if America Link is going on now. Welcome back, everybody. Well, welcome back from me. Kind of a quiet night. I know it's late out there on the East Coast. I don't know how long I'm going to go. America Link, here I come.
Open spot connected to Brandmeister 310.
I think Terry and I, we talked about that briefly, if I recall.
656.
That's unfortunate. What about it, Dana? Dana, you just made a blanket statement there. Go on it right now. Why? Don't they have a net tonight? Is it net? No, that's not till 8 o'clock. Oh wait, that's Friday. This isn't Friday. Why do you want me to go on it? I don't want to purposely stir up trouble, but what, are you on it? Hey, Mark, I guess I'm going to get in some trouble here on the wind system. I don't if you guys know me, or know me by now, I don't shy away from trouble. So, how about this, Dana? I'm on the Win. Oops. I am on the Win Santiago machine. Pardon me, Sunset Ridge machine. So if you want to call me on here, I'll call you back. How does that sound? I just fired up America Link. Oh, I don't remember. Let me look here. Repeaters. So we want the Santiago machine, or pardon me, the Sunset Ridge 2-meter machine. This is Santa Anita. So it's a plus 100. That one has some pretty wide coverage all the way out past Santa Cana Elita Island there. So it's a plus 100 here. Yeah, America Unlink is pretty quiet. I guess Dana wants me to go on the one system. We'll see what kind of trouble I can get into. By the way, I remember the first time talking on the live stream, I was pretty nervous. Tonight, I don't care. I know I'm not doing anything wrong. So, whenever Dana's ready, and I hear him call me out here on the wind system via the on the Sunset machine. Here, 147 to 100, 100 plus. I will. You know what I need to do? Put my mic gain up. That sounds good. Well, I'll give you a call. Remind me after. See what type of trouble want to make trouble. But on the other hand, if it's there, just bringing to light a problem is not necessarily making trouble, at least in my eyes. Hearing some kerjunking, which is normal for this repeater system. Dana's getting at it right now. I'm only going on here because it was requested. Was not planning on it. I do not have a problem going on it. By the way, anybody new to the channel tonight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I come on a couple days a week, depending on my work and personal schedule. Speaking of couple days a week, my plan is now. I don't know if I'll be coming on Sunday night. That's a big if right now. I might be going out to dinner with my parents on Sunday night. Dana's having some technical issues, so I'll stall here. I might do a Saturday morning live stream before I head into work on Saturday. We'll see how I feel. I'm going to try to get up early. I don't know about that, Terry. C4FM? Do you have an Allstar node, Terry? I don't remember if you do or not. Maybe you can jump on the Win system. And tell me you found me by streaming on YouTube. These guys got mad. So, I don't know. Dana, I guess, wants to talk on there right now, which is fine. So we're hanging in here for a few more minutes. Poke the bear. I'm not poking anybody. And I wasn't going to bring anything up. No Allstar. Bummer, man. I wasn't going to bring up that I was live streaming on YouTube either. All right. I'm going to call up... I'm going to call up Mark here while we're waiting.
KI5COA, this Mark.
Hey, Mark, I figure give you a call while Dana's working out some of his technical issues there with his FT991.
That's what I was thinking, too, just to get the pressure off him.
Yeah.
Hey, well, having
right.
said that, I thank you for calling. I've actually piggybacking my phone through my Ethernet port and then sending it through my IP card, or excuse me, not my IP card, my Wi-Fi card towards the router in my house. So I'm doing a lot of hops here, and I was wanting to know if I was making it. So thank you.
You sound absolutely crystal clear, perfectly.
Well,
you sound way better than Seth, by the way.
I always do.
I hope he's watching. Baba Booey.
Man, Jack.
Sounds good. So explain to me what you did again. I'm sorry. So you did.
Oh, no worries. So I had basically moved my most of my I consolidated my radio equipment because I had it in two different spots. Went over here to a spare bedroom and just went and set up everything. I ran my coax and then my Ethernet, but I have not ran my Ethernet Cat 6 cabling yet, but I'm hopping it over Wi-Fi. So I've got a computer connected to my Wi-Fi where I can stream you like I'm doing right now. with YouTube. Then on the back of that said computer, I've got it connected to an Ethernet port, which is now serving my phone, my Polycom. But I had to go into connection settings and do a shared connection. So that way my Ethernet port can use my Wi-Fi as access to the internet, basically.
You're using your computer as a switch, basically.
Like a hotspot, yes.
A hotspot, yeah.
Well, not a Wi-Fi hotspot, but a switch. There you go. We'll say that.
While I have you on the phone and I'm stalling for beautiful Dana, which is not a problem. We all have technical issues. That's why we all do this. Have you ever experimented around with the Ethernet over power at all?
Power over the Ethernet? Yeah, PPOE. Yeah, absolutely. It does require you to have all your 8 connections or 8 wires connected on your RJ45, and you have to have a PPOE port on your switch. And usually if you have like a switch or a router or whatever it is that you have in between, you may have let's say you have 8 switches or 8 ports, okay? 4 of those ports might be PPOE equivalent, where the other 4 may be dormant. It just depends on your depends on the network or the equipment.
I hate to interrupt you, but I think I made a mistake how I described that.
Okay.
Have you used the power line in your house to connect like an Ethernet port?
Yes, Linksys. I have.
That's what I'm sorry.
And what I've learned, if your best way to do that is to be on the same circuit. So, in other words, if you were to turn off a breaker there at your switch box, and you can identify not only your switch that went out, but if you can find another circuit and it's close by, you actually will do real well. Now, you can do any one in your house, but if you want like the utmost performance, that's the one I had found. That's one way I did it, and I had a house that was wired and wireless and all. That's
a good tip. How fast does it really, like connection-wise, does it have? Because I have a nice router. I have a Netgear router, and I have it tweaked, so I get everything I'm supposed to get from the Frontier Fios or whatever the hell it's called, 500 meg down. Obviously, I don't think it would do 500 meg through that thing, will it?
I don't know. I'll put it this way. The last time I used it was like about 10 years ago, if not 13. Loved it, but where I had my equipment where I needed, that internet interface, I had moved that to another location. But when it served me, I was streaming video, and I didn't have any problems. So I had quality. I think I was doing 720p. Maybe that, like I said, 10 or 15 years ago. But that's how well it was. I'm happy with it. Still actually have the two, just haven't used it.
Okay, yeah, because I have before. Make a long story short, I had a cable modem in here for a little while, which was pretty fast. I just had not so fast upload, which I really needed for the stream, and they only offered 10, I think, at the time. I had a Cat 5 running into my garage where my fiber box is at, so I utilized that as a mesh network type deal. I had a hotspot extender out there on another channel with all the same SSID info. Two different 5 gig and 2.5, and I was probably like 200 down out there with full signal all the way outside to the driveway, and now I don't have that at all. I don't have any connection in the garage, and I need to have a connection when I get my Model 3 Tesla, whatever, for updates.
So you had a Wi-Fi extender that was working, and all of a sudden it did, basically?
No, So let me finish the rest of this. Sorry. Okay, so the Cat 5 that I utilized when I had fiber internet before, I wasn't utilizing because I was using a cable modem. They just ran a coax up here, I believe, which was fine. But anyways, I utilized that extra coax or extra fiber that extra Cat 5 to run a an extender down there. So
Okay.
now, you know what I can think? I can run it over coax. What am I thinking? Duh.
Could. Of course, another thing too, considering about Wi-Fi, what you want to do is you get something like Wi-Fi 360 or some little tool on your Android phone. You can actually look at all the different Wi-Fi's or hotspots in your area, and you'll see a lot of them always like to use these particular channels.
Yep.
They're always sent around, 5 through 9 or whatever. But if you see there's like a hole or gaps on either end, channels 1 or channel 16, man, you can program your router to go use that, and you won't have near the interference. Stay away from those guys and have better performance.
I run a program that I can see exactly what you're talking about, and I found two really good channels. I forget that. Is it Wi-Fi Explorer? Is that what it's called?
I think, let me see, I had it. I was actually trying to use it today, but it's been a while.
I think it is. But I wedged myself in between some signals that didn't, or some channels that weren't being used. Where I'm at in my house, there's just too much stuff, including another car. So where I need to get, so.
Yes, Wi-Fi Overview 360. I believe that's the one I had used on my phone. Once you connect to it, you can see all the different channels. You actually see the SIDs and where they lay, almost like a waterfall, display on a radio. If you've ever seen one of those, or if you have like FT8 and have a waterfall display, we can see all the different stations that are using FT8. It's pretty cool. But
that's kind of what I was using too.
Yeah.
I don't have it on this computer right now because I don't have Wi-Fi on it. But let me see.
No problem. There's also, I saw a YouTube channel where someone had actually made themselves a network analyzer, real inexpensive, and was able to scan for any interference on any particular station or any particular frequency. And so what they did there was they identified where they were getting bleed over, or even on a third harmonic. But it was neat. It was something out. If you ever want to find out if you have like RF in your shack or what have you,
it's good to know too.
There's things like that you can do.
So I found the program. It is Wi-Fi Explorer, and this is pretty much does exactly what you were mentioning, but it's for Mac.
Yeah.
Obviously
something along those lines.
Yeah. So this was pretty awesome. I was able to find a couple odd channels, like channel 18 instead of channel 11, where everybody is at usually, or whatever the channel is. I can't remember, but I was also able to find a couple networks that were unsecured, and I have those as backups.
Oh,
I hope that doesn't make me a bad person, but and they're fiber connections.
Do your naughty searches on, right?
What's that?
I would say that's where you do your naughty lookups on, whether you want to say how to sit there and make a pipe, whatever.
Yeah, but it was very useful. So thank you for the info. I gotta look that up on so I can do coax over or Ethernet over coax.
There you go. That's like a DS3 equivalent. That's like basically coax. When we had FMT150s and delivered long distance calls over the internet, we used DS3 cables, which is basically coax. You'd have like about 48 T1s, and so you take, of course, a T1 is 24 channels, 24 times 48. That's how many people we would serve on one DS3. But anyway, just thinking about that. But they've actually improved. I know the cable have actually improved that bandwidth now that they're able to do more compression and utilize the resources on cabling. But now everyone's doing fiber to the prim, or fiber up to, I guess, the little box outside your neighborhood, or even right outside your home, on your corner, and then they go and deliver it. They deliver it there to your, into your house, and then they convert it to Cat, Ethernet. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I have. I was just looking here. I have I think the fiber box is actually in my garage. It definitely pretty fast, and I can have 2 1 gig connections on there. Believe it or not. Yeah.
If if you do, you can actually
don't need
almost
it.
make a bridge connection and actually double your speed. Too.
Yeah, but as you well know, I don't even need 500. What I do want is the short ping time, which is more important now.
The latency, yes.
I think I'm down to like 2 milliseconds or something like that, or 3 milliseconds last time I checked. Which is really good.
Just be sure if you a lot of people I've heard through the grapevine, a lot of people will get this. We got a 1 gig pipe coming in my house. They'll get that from AT&T, but their NIC card's only a 10100 10100 card, and they don't even there ain't provision for the 1 gigabit per second. So they wonder why they're not they're paying for a fire hose, but they can only drink through a coffee straw.
Exactly. When I got the when I updated my network here in the house, I put all 10 gig, which was expensive, but I was aiming forward to the future, so I don't have any issues at this point. Oh, my ping time slowed down just a little bit here.
Okay.
I'm at 7 milliseconds, which is still not that bad.
Nice. Oh, by the way, I think I see Dana says calling you on 21. I don't know if that's. I
don't know what that means. Calling you on 21, Dana. What does that mean? I have.
Maybe you think he might mean your hands over IP, trying to get.
No, he doesn't have a ham over IP. All right. Well, 140. Okay. Sounds like he's got the repeater going here, so
Great.
I'll let you go.
Well,
Thank you for filling. What's that?
I'll sit back and watch.
All right, cool.
Greg.
Thanks, man. You sound great.
All right. Bye, everyone.
73.
Good talking. Good hearing from you too. Take care, Greg.
All right. That was Mark there. Dana, I am now listening. I did turn it down briefly. All right. There.
6 Echo Golf and 7 UFT.
N7 UFT, this is Greg K6EGG. Good evening.
Hey, Glenn, it's Dana here. I was having
Did you say
trouble with
Glenn?
my radio, and I understand you're broadcasting live on YouTube right now. Can you tell me how my signal sounds?
N7 UFT, you sound pretty good. Your last little bit of transmission seemed to have cut out, but I do still hear you in there.
Hey, I'm not on my computer right now, but are you live on the air so I can dial in and see what I look like on the air?
Yeah, I am. So, yeah, it's also like a DVR, so you can go back and watch it. Just my call letters on YouTube there. But, yeah, you sounded pretty good. Maybe the audio just a tad bit hot, but for the most part, I think you sound good going into the repeater. I think you're into 147.810. Is that correct?
Actually, I'm on 147.21, and with 147.81, of course. But yeah, so I turned down the mic gain a little now.
Oh, I apologize. I was looking at the input there. Yeah, you cut out right at the end, which was strange. I don't know if it was the radio clipping or maybe you're too close to your microphone, but up until the very last part, you sounded excellent.
Okay, I have reduced my gain, mic gain down to 4, and I'm a little bit further away from the microphone, and I wonder how it sounds now.
That's weird. It's still cutting out a little bit, and you definitely sound lower. So I don't know if maybe you have an issue with your radio or what. But just for a quick second, it cut out there. But other than that, good. How are you doing tonight there? K6EGG, once again for ID, in Southern California in the city of Chino.
I'm doing pretty good, Greg. I have been waiting for them to turn back on the crossband repeater and the APRS, the International Space Station. As you know, I do a lot of satellite work. But I really love when people come on board to do testing with you, and you actually can show the signal on your live YouTube channel so that we can actually look at it. I'm actually going to log in now so I can see what it looks like. But you said I can go back and look at it afterwards, right?
Yeah, you could definitely go back and listen to it afterwards. By the way, real quick, I saw a story. I think it was a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, maybe an 8-year-old. I can't remember. A young girl, amateur radio operator, that was able to talk to one of the astronauts there on the ISS. So I didn't know if they had the crossband repeater on or both. They have the simplex frequency going at the same time.
And 7 UFT Friday. If there's a net that starts at 8 o'clock, please let us know. Yeah, Kel Lindgren, the same astronaut that I talked to, he's the one that had the conversation with the little girl, and it's caused a sensation. In fact, he had his Facebook page and everything. And when he returns to Earth, I'm sure those two will get together. But that was really awesome because you do with your YouTube channel, ham radio. You know, I told Kel that he's doing it in the air and you're doing it on the ground. So it's really, really cool that, and he's given a lot of operators a chance to talk to the ISS, which has never happened before. I mean, he's got contacts in almost every single country, and that's really cool because in the past, you're lucky if you could get an astronaut. And he's on the crossband repeater, which is really easy to get with your regular radio, and maybe on your live YouTube channel sometime we can do some contacts. Unfortunately, right now, because of the new inclination of the space station, it changes a lot, so we'd have to kind of coordinate with you being off work when you're live so everybody could see what's going on, and then maybe get more people interested in doing it.
Copy that. Sounds really good. Well, I don't want to eat up too much of the wind system here. It sounds like we're just on the Sunset machine. It sounds like maybe someone disconnected us from the main network there, but all good. This is Greg, K6EGG, on the Sunset wind machine, 147210. Dana, we're always great talking to you there, N7UFT.
Oh, they took us off the network.
Maybe they disconnected us because they have a net going. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, Greg. Well, enjoy your live YouTube channel all the time. I learned a lot. Like I said, I got started because of it. So thanks again, Greg, for all you do, and we'll talk to you later, man. N7UFT.
Copy that, Dana. N7UFT, K6EGG. Back to monitoring on the wind system here.
They disconnected us from the network. The reason how I know is I was listening to the Broadcastify stream in my ear. I don't know if you saw me reaching over. By the way, that plays a commercial before it goes on, and I heard him call me. As soon as I started talking, I got cut off. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, they cut off that repeater. Was the first part on at all, Scott? Yeah, you like that? So I was listening on Broadcastify in my other ear. Wow. What a waste. So now this repeater is sitting dormant here, which is unfortunate. That very well could be the case. They might have been monitoring the channel and knew that it was going to come on too, which is not cool. I'm going to jump on DStar real quick. What, bro? Yeah. That's what I think. It was
to R.
Dana, to be 100% honest with you, you did cut out, and I think it might be repeater related, to be honest with you again. I don't know why. It could have been off before, but I thought I heard Dana talking on the I don't know how they have that wired up though. I thought I heard him talking on, I don't have a Broadcastify account, so I can't go back and listen to it. But I know it wasn't on the main network. Very, very strange. So anyways, I'm going to go over to 30 Charlie here for a minute.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie from Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
I don't know what they're doing. They'll be back on. The net still will be back on because they do a net on Insomniac net that starts now at 10, which is early for the West Coast. I'm a little disappointed on the East Coast Reflector, by the way. They have a really cool system there with all those links and stuff. Yeah, I might do that. I know Dana knows somebody over there.
This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie from Southern California.
It's getting quiet out here. I know it's late on the East Coast. Something's definitely strange going on. Oh, you know what I can do also? So look what they did here. This is the connections. They disconnected all the California repeaters. It was. I thought this was. I looked at it earlier. It was connected. I don't know how far you're probably too far away from Merced there, Scott. Turlock, that's too far. Mountain View might be close. Fresno's way too far. But all these are connected. And all these are not. They brought down the Southern California ones, which I've heard them do that before. Oh, wait a minute. This is on. Interesting. Very, very interesting there, huh? 1305 got disconnected at... I don't understand how this works. I'm looking at a 1300. I don't know what's going on, but whatever the case is, Southern California is disconnected from the rest of the system there, which is BS. Hey, we can use it all we want locally there. Thank you very much for the info there. I appreciate it. Those repeaters aren't talking to other nodes, though. Well, there's already a mandatory water restriction starting, I think, September 8th or something like that. So thank you very much for the info there, TT. I don't know how to pronounce that. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I don't know too much about Allstar nodes. Hey, Sam, I want to congratulate Sam. He's the first day he's an admin on the YouTube channel. It might be. I know he cut me off the other day. Scott knows that I got cut off after that guy started talking, Steve, I believe, when he was accusing me of doing something illegal. We might want to consider talking about this somewhere else other than on the live stream itself, if that's fair enough. Dana in the, pardon me, I'm on 14, Charlie, by the way. Sam has moved up. I thought you were already. I apologize.
F014 Charlie.
You guys we got private Discord. We all know each other's email addresses. Scott, mine's current on QRZ as well. I'm on 14 Charlie. I thought you were. I apologize. My bad. I should have done that months and months ago. Sam, I feel bad now. I thought you had that little... I'm sorry. We'll talk about it later, but...
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 14 Charlie from Southern California tonight, just outside of downtown Los Angeles.
I feel like a dumbass now. That didn't go across the air, by the way. I unkeyed.
How's the weather there?
It's hot, and it's a little bit muggy there. There, NT7Q. This is Greg, K6EGG. 2G Greg at the end.
So I've talked to before, I believe.
Well, I'm just a single G Greg at the end. November Tango 7 Quebec. Good evening.
Good evening. You also look like a Ori there. I am just a plain old Greg. No Ori and 2Gs. So good to hear you. How's the weather up north there?
You didn't do anything wrong there, Mark. Or Dana?
Off and on rain, thunderstorms, a lot of lightning. It's been changing off and on all day. Sun, heat, and then cool, downpour, hail. Yeah, you name it.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you're in Florida, but very strange weather for California. I know just to the east of me And up the Highway 15, they've been getting rain pretty much about 3 or 4 days a week. So I wish some of it can come this way, inland towards the coast possibly. But I don't know. I'm glad you guys are getting something up there.
He's actually is it Reno? He's in Nevada, right? He's in Reno.
Well, this is the time of year where it usually rains every single day for 3 months. Usually August, September, half of July, August, September, and half of October, where it usually starts out perfectly clear in the morning, not a cloud in the sky, and usually by noon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon we have thunderstorms that dump a bunch of rain, flash a bunch of lightning, and then move on and disappear in the evening. And then it repeats its cycle. But
it's like the South, right, Sam?
Like 4 days of beautiful sunshine, and then back to having thunderstorms again.
It's almost like being in the South there. I know I've been up to Reno, I think only twice for me. I worked the Reno air races a number of years ago, and it got a little chilly and windy there towards right around sunset. And that wind went right through me, if I recall. And the airport they're at, I can't remember where they're at, but it's pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
What's up, Mike? How you doing? I can use some thunderstorms down
here.
Here
in about another week or two, we start getting into our unpredictability stage. We usually go unpredictable from about beginning of March to about July, beginning of July. And then we know it's going to be hot for majority of July and half to 3/4 of August. And then we go into our unpredictability stage, where it could be 80 degrees one day and 27 degrees or 20 degrees and snow the next.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, that's not true. I've been up there in the winter one time, and it was pretty darn chilly. And I remember it being very windy, too. Up there at I want to say there's a college up there, if I recall. Is it University of Nevada up there?
Yeah, UNR, University of Nevada, Reno.
Copy that. Yeah, I remember. I had a good time up there, if I recall. But thank you very much for getting back to me. It was kind of quiet on the different reflectors I was floating around there. But good to hear somebody out there. Has it been quiet on 14 here?
What's up, Mike? W4UAV. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, for a little bit. But I just happened to see your call sign pop up, and then just as I was turning the radio on, so I got to hear what you were saying.
Well, excellent. I appreciate you getting back to me there.
Anytime. But I spend most of my time on HF, but occasionally I grab this radio and turn it on. So, all right. Well, it was a pleasure to talk to you, and sounds like you got to go and all that. So I'll say 73, and give me a shout sometime if I'm on.
Will do. Thank you very much. You just go by Greg or Gregory there?
And Mike, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well.
I usually prefer the short version of my name, because usually when somebody calls me my first name, it's usually my dad. Even though he's 80 years old and I'm almost 50, he still talks to me like if I'm a 5-year-old.
I totally hear you on that one, man. All right, Greg, you have a good one. Nice meeting you. Just about ready to get out of here. I was running across DMR and a couple different DStar reflectors before I ended up here, so my throat's kind of hurting a little bit. I got the fan going in here. It's getting a little dried out, so I'm going to get up and walk around. But you take care. This is Greg, K6EGG from Southern California, also live streaming currently on YouTube. Thanks again, man.
Copy that. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Good. Tell me where I can go find that live stream. And I'm going to go get back to my guitars as well. All right. Have a good one. 73 and K7Q.
Copy that. If you got a computer nearby, and pull up YouTube and just type my call letters in, K6EGG or Greg with two G's, Gregg, K6EGG into the search engine of YouTube. I think I should be the first one that pops up. And if you have QRZ, I have a link in my profile there as well. So thanks again, and have fun with that guitar.
Thanks, got it. And I've got, and I subscribed. All right, have a good one. And K7Q.
All right.
Cool deal, man. Thanks again.
All right. So, as I just mentioned to Greg, I'm not going to call him Gregory. Get my camera here.
So, Greg, why do you leave reflectors when as soon as I sign on into SCG?
Well, I almost got out of there.
I almost hit the release button on this reflector, or the unlink button on this reflector. I was about ready to take off. I know it's late on the East Coast for you guys out over there.
Thanks, Mike, for joining Discord as well.
It is late on the East Coast, but I don't have work tomorrow, so I can stay up a little bit. I had the stream on in the background while I was on the DMR net on Talkgroup 98003, so seems like I missed a little bit of fun tonight. I'll have to rewind and watch.
Yeah, that sounds good. Your name was brought up a little bit a couple times, so all in good fun, of course. So good to hear you out there, and I hope you enjoyed your. You do the Reddit net, right? For ham radio, right?
It's Thursdays, right?
Yeah, dude, it's, they call it the fake ham net on Talkgroup 98003 on DMR and Lighthearted Net, and it's Thursday nights, and then there's also a video chat that's associated with the guys. That's pretty fun, and yeah, they also, I think I told you, they expect you to be drinking while you check into the net. You know, you don't have to, but it makes it more fun. So that is a fun detour for me on Thursday nights. Back to you, Greg.
Copy that. I got to tune in to that one night. Last night probably would have been a better night for me to do it because I was already, I wouldn't say 3 sheets to the wind, but I was definitely had a couple drinks in me. But that would have been fun to listen to. Maybe next Thursday I can try it out. But tonight is my Sunday night. I don't have tomorrow off, and I got kind of a long day. So I'm going to say 73rds to you, and we'll definitely chat. You know exactly where to find me.
And I see you guys. I wanted to talk about that stuff in there.
All right, Greg, I'll let you be, I guess. I will say also, yeah, I have a certain photo of you from this afternoon that I might have to post on your Discord just for the laughs, because I thought I was getting a kick out of it. But maybe I'll reserve that photo for a future date. We'll see. But I do have one last question. I see Mr. Sam is now has a moderator on his name. What happened?
I thought he was always a moderator. I noticed it the other night, and then he said something again today, and I forgot to add it. So I've totally spaced. I always thought he was a moderator.
Yeah, well, considering how much he's usually on the Discord server, it's kind of one reason I think we made him a moderator there. But yeah, all right, Greg, I'll let you be. Also, I will say one last thing. I do have a green screen now up and running, and it seems to be working, so we'll have to try something another night. All right, man, I'll let you go. This is M2SCG. I'll be clear after you next.
Copy that, Seth, and I know it's getting late out there, but enjoy your, I guess this will be your Friday night for you there. So this is Greg, K6EGG, signing off 14 Charlie.
I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
Hey, one quick thing before you go.
Absolutely, Greg. Go ahead. NT7Q.
God, I'm having trouble tonight again.
Yeah, I'm watching your live stream. I see it looks like you got a Electro Voice RE20 that you're using. On my 7800, I run an RE27, and on my 9700, I run an RE20. So it looks like we've got something in common. Just want to say that. I'll let you go because it looks like you're itching to go. So have a good one. Take care. 73. NT7Q. Ooh, what's that?
What I'm showing there on the screen right here is a fathead. It's a preamp. I also have a wide out, or pardon me, a splitter in line to feed voltage to this preamp, and it brings up my level about 15-20 dB. Gives it a little depth of range and a little more audio punch to the radio, because the Icom 9700 is actually looking for a condenser microphone. So if you plug a dynamic microphone in, the impedance is a little bit different, and also the audio level going to the preamp is a little bit different. So you need a little bit more level to get a little punch. It still works, don't get me wrong, but definitely a big difference, and I can show you here if you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, because what I'm running now is I run mine to a DBX. I believe it's a 286 mic processor. A broadcast mic processor is what I run mine through.
Excellent. So now I took the preamp off. I'm not running. I'm basically just running the microphone directly into the radio right there, and you could probably see hear the difference a little bit there. How are you getting the audio signal into the radio? Do you have a line to mic adapter?
Yeah, it has a high-old mic adapter that goes from the XLR to the 8-pin that goes in the front of the radio. So that comes out of the mic processor. It goes directly from the mic processor to the front of the radio.
Copy that, man. Cool deal. I'd love to hear from it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the RE20. The RE27 is actually a better choice for the HF. So you've done your research. It does have a little bit higher end to it, so you can punch through some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Pile-ups there with the frequency that offers. Are you familiar? I'm guessing you familiar with that.
Yeah, I worked in broadcast radio, so I worked for a company called Intercom Corporation, and I worked for 100.7 The Wolf up in Seattle, and it was kind of a weekender thing that I did because my best friend, who was the program director, was also a ham, and then the general manager is also a ham.
Copy that. So you know exactly what's going on. So nothing to be said here. I'm an audio engineer by trade. I don't work in radio. I do work in television, and also do communications, like PL communications, intercom communications for entertainment shows. So just fiddling with my normal real job and obviously amateur radio. So try to make everything sound better, if you know what I mean.
Yep, absolutely. That's why I have my stuff set up. And I went from radio into television. I worked for 15 years as a freelance, 2.5, 3 years full-time, and the rest of the time was freelance for CBS television as a news photographer. So I did that for a while. But my full-time job during the time I was freelancing is public safety communications, and that's what I do now. I'm a communications foreman. And then I also fly search and rescue missions. I've been a helicopter pilot 22 years, and I fly search and rescue missions for the Sheriff's Department up here in Washoe County.
Oh, boy, you definitely got it going on. We're definitely going to have to talk some more there, Greg. Yeah, I would love to chat with you a little bit about the pilot stuff as well. Right before I take off, since you're a broadcast engineer for radio, I have an Atomod Orban 6300 feeding my live stream digital tonight. So hopefully all the audio sounds nice and clean and nice smooth levels and very consistent, as you well know that is needed for good clean audio. But definitely have to get going. I know where to find you, and I have your call sign as well. So NT7Q, Greg up there in Nevada. This is Greg, K6EGG down here in Southern California. Thanks again, and thanks for popping back in there. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. All right, I'll let you go. Take care, 73, and my
I'm not leaving
email
yet.
is my call sign at snars.org for Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society. Take care. Have a good one. I'll watch your live stream for a little bit longer.
Thanks again, man. Take care.
Homeboy has it going on there, man. Good for him. I'm glad I stayed on. Seth, you saved it. Once again, Bubba Booey. Yeah, good to hear from him. Nice to hear another audio engineer in there. Let me go to this camera. Yep, we're just on the wind system that we got cut off. I've heard of that before. Yeah, I've heard of that system there, Scott. So it's good to hear Greg is part of that. That'd be nice to have in your radio, possibly if you're driving up that way, up through the 80, through the Tonner Pass. Good night, Mike. Thanks again for subscribing and joining us on Discord. A lot of fun, a lot of good group of guys in there. Everybody just keep it clean like we have been, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. They probably will. See, the thing is, these people think I'm going to be on there just like all the time. I'm on the Papa system down here, and I'm not on all the time. But take care, Dan. Dan's the one that found the FU. He's very popular in that. Dan comes up clutch. All right. See, I got people started on this. Once again, this isn't about me. I've definitely been targeted, but this is more about ham radio and scaring people away. So right now, the wind system in Southern California is not connected to the rest of the system. So they have, I don't know, it looked like 12 different repeaters between San Diego and I thought I saw Bakersfield was blocked off that are not connected to the main system. You were targeted for no reason. Maybe because you are the company you keep. You can blame me for that one. Not very cool, but Dan, you have a very good evening. I don't like to see that. I get if it's a private system, but still, I was following all the rules of the system and just having a good time. And Greg was just on. He didn't have a problem with it. In fact, we connected. If he didn't see this microphone, I probably wouldn't have known all the cool stuff about him. So this is what the hobby is all about. This is why I'm doing this, just to enhance myself and be able to meet up with all you good fellas out there and women. There's quite some women jumping in here every once in a while. So it's just very disappointing what's going on in the wind system. It's just making it go a little bit. I'm going to get back to what I said earlier. I didn't want to post anything in the Facebook user groups for ham radio until I got a little bit clearer head and got my emotions out of the situation I dealt with last time with those guys. So I decided to wait and just keep it short and sweet. Wanted to hear some feedback from other hams around the country, around the world, especially being on Ham Radio Crash Course. I did get those 2 posts on there approved by the admins. Did not get any backlash from them. That wasn't necessarily being mean or being inappropriate to somebody that was being I believe inappropriate to me, and scaring people away from the hobby, which is not what I try to do. Even if somebody's kind of sounding like bad or whatever, if I can hear them, I'm not going to tell them to try to fix their stuff. They'll figure it out. Or if it's like really bad, I'll talk them through it. Or they ask. But I don't know. Whatever. You guys get it. And now that I found out that JJ got W9JS got banned or blocked from his Allstar node is absolutely ridiculous. I might switch my Allstar number just to see. Yeah, I want to see that myself. But I don't want to dwell on bad stuff, but there's bad people in all kinds of hobbies. But doing it on a public airwave is not a cool way to conduct yourself in that manner. But anyways, once again, I'm going to try to come on Thursday at some point. Sorry, pardon me. Today's Thursday. Try to come on Saturday morning. I gotta take care of some. What? What happened? I just got disconnected. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Real quick, I'm gonna try to come on Saturday morning. It's actually my birthday. On Saturday. My actual birthday, but I'm going to treat it like a normal day. But I do something on my birthday every year. I haven't done it the last couple of years because I've been dealing with some medical issues. I'm going to try to do a hard workout, which I haven't been able to do in like 3 years, two and a half years. And after that, if I'm well enough, I'll come on for an hour or so. Maybe try to hook up on the UK HubNet because I know those guys will be active at that time of day. And then I got to jump over to work in Los Angeles. And not get off till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So it'll be a long day, but would love to try to get on and talk to y'all. Is Seth saying something about my general there? But join us on Discord. We'll all be there shortly, including myself. Dan, you're awesome, man. You just come in at clutch times, I might say. And it's by the way, real quick, and I hate talking about this, but I do like talking about it because it needs to be fixed. Someone brought up if only somebody could find the FU guy on one of the comments on one of the posts I made. But anyways, you guys all take care. Thanks again for watching the Greg K6EGG live stream. Don't forget to join us on Discord, where I'll be jumping in and saying hi there in a few minutes. And I'll leave the chat going here for a little bit as well.